Garreth, to start with, these first two swings is you really have a nice swing. Good posture, arms hanging down, good balance, ball position, hand position, everything looks really good. You do have a little bit of a strong grip. We'll talk about that down the line. But here's what I hear and see. I don't hear a solid impact. And if anything, you miss shots left a little bit because of the club face being closed in your swing. Ball flight's low because the club face is being closed, he lost the club. As far as your swing motion, the swing is a circle that's on an incline, and we all swing on a plane. You swing on a reasonable plane. Way better than most people. You don't make a lot of loops in your swing. And it's almost what we'd call really an ideal plane for you. So that's not popping up that you're swinging the club in different directions. What's popping up is the sound of your impact. And with the club face being a little closed, the ball goes a little bit left. It's better missing left than to the right. Now, what's happening is you're swinging as a circle, and there's a bottom to the circle. So that's going to be called the bottom of the swing arc. Technically, when the ball is on the ground, it's in front of the ball. So I'm going to make some lines of your right foot, of your left foot, your shoulder center through the head, and your hip center. Now, you're set up right now with your shoulder center right over the ball. Your hip center is here. In the backswing, this space between the wall and your right hip decreases, and that's illustrating your hips are sliding. It's causing your upper body to lean into the target. It's called a reverse tilt. See that? So your hip center is moved over here. Your shoulder center, even though it's moved a little bit to the right, your spine is leaning into the target. A correction has to be made. This has to now tilt to the right as the hips move forward to hit down into the ball. The hips have to move so far forward to hit down into the ball, they need to be somewhere over here. So let me show you an example of that by a tour player. Okay, I'm going to get him going here because his camera moved a little bit. Right there. Okay, now, his hip center moves only a little bit to the right because his right hip's going to turn back. That's the correction you're going to make in your swing. Then the hip center is going to move forward. Notice the spine's not leaning into the target, and here it is. Okay, now, your hip center moves now about where it started, right there. And you're coming into the ball. It's slightly ahead at that point, but watch this. It's much more forward. Okay, and the angle of the spine is really staying pretty constant there as you swing, as he swings into the ball. You're back about where you were. I mean, you're very similar, but your hips aren't forward enough to compress the ball. Yeah, that's really an important thing in your swing that you really, it's like looking at your golf bag and not paying attention to detail on your golf bag. Okay, now here's your correction. We're doing some half swings to isolate the right hip turning back, but I preset your spine just a little bit away from the target. Okay, now the hip center, if it moves a little bit to the right, fine, if the right hip turns back. So the correction here is the right hip's going to turn back, not slide. Mark the hip center. Well done. Yes, sir. And look, the upper body's not leaning into the target. So look how you look different here on these two. See that? You can have much more power in this swing too. Now the hip center has to move forward, and you're going to strike down and pay attention to your strike point is in front of the ball. That's your brush point. Okay? You're going to finish shoulders over the hips so you avoid tilting your spine back to the right as a compensation of what you're doing before. So here's your finish. That's, by the way, a half swing. I tricked you a little bit on that swing hip center's way more forward. Now you got a chance to hit down into the ball. And you already got your hands ahead of the club head, which is fantastic at your level. Okay? There it is. There's your strike. There's your low point. Divot started in front of the ball. Now you're going to finish shoulders and chest over the hips with your right arm extended straight into your follow-through. Then we just build the swing bigger from there. Okay? Totally different body position here and through impact. Drill's going to help you to take this lesson to the course, but more importantly, practice what you're doing. Okay?